Fuck you, Conrad Collins. Move over. I'm the number one bitch. I'm the number one bitch.
I'll take you down to my slaughterhouse.
Theater is not just a bad show. It's a fucking awful show. Look at these sons of bitches. Who this One Piece looking ass with blue hair? Who this Naruto looking ass? Why is it set in New York? None of it makes any fucking sense. And this scene is just the most. It's one of the most insane things I've seen in any anime. It pans up to this billboard where this guy is saying in English, just money. I just want to point out, that's not a translation. He says bigu money. He says bigu money. He says bigu money. It's still... Why was that such a long sequence? What's happening? This show makes no... This show is baffling. Just the first episode alone. It's just baffling. I was on a call when I was watching this. It makes no fucking sense. Nothing... This is not... I've never seen anything like this. People just phase into existence. Look at this motherfucker just phasing into existence. Hold on. Wait till it buffers. Hold on. Where's this bitch gonna phase into existence? There's so many just still shots. It just holds on forever. Here's a motherfucker about to phase into existence. That's how things work. Staring. Look, every shot holds for too long. Phased into existence. What's happening? What's happening? Is this Serial Experiments Lane? What is happening? Oh, this bitch, right? She just straight up pushes him off a building. And doesn't give a fuck. Okay, so here you can see he's holding onto the ledge, right? He's holding onto the ledge. And then she just leaves him there. And now he's not holding onto the ledge, because we can see the ledge that he would be holding onto. So he's just floating, and obviously you're like, that must be a continuity error. He can't just be floating, right? But then you'll see it cuts to a shot from the other side, and what's he holding onto there? What is he holding onto? What? He's just floating. Motherfucker's Spider-Man. What is going on? What did he fall off of? He's not holding on to anything. Oh yeah, there's one bit of animation, right? Did you see that? The hair just sort of flicks. And then... this. And... again! It's the same loop of animation 3 times in a row. And he's still floating. What the fuck? It doesn't work in my brain. How you can't hold on to a building like that? He's a gecko. He's a gecko. He's a motherfucking gecko. Why does this person have the voice of a 12-year-old boy but the body of a JoJo's character? What's happening? Why are they all so built? Why are they... He's now, like, not at all in a place where... None of this makes any fucking sense. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is like... I can't tell if this is amazing or the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, I knew I was going to be watching some bad anime, right? I got the whole of 2005 to watch. There's got to be something bad in there. I know Legend of Duo came out in 2005, and I know that's, like, legendarily bad. But, like, good, bad, entertaining, bad. But, like, man, people really made this show and thought, like, yes. This was on TV, probably, I'm guessing. If you want to check it out, it's called Buzzer Beater. It's very strange. I believe it's about... Well, I'd say I believe. It's about intergalactic basketball tournaments. Which kind of sounds cool, but you've seen the show. Like, I I've only seen the first 2 episodes. I know it's not going to be able to pull it off. And I'm so excited. I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to watching this show just crumble. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Some of you may know, some of you may be aware, I took the front-facing camera out of my phone a long time ago in a bout of paranoia. I just put it back in yesterday. I have to tell you, makes making videos a lot easier. A lot easier. I was talking to, I've been thinking a lot recently, specifically because of this phone call, or Discord call I had, or various Discord calls I've had with the God King Princess Plunderphonics, right? Go subscribe to Princess Plunderphonics if you ain't already. In fact, part of our Discord call is going to be released on their channel soon enough, so go sub to them. But if you don't already know, we were talking about Digibro, Conrad Collins, and just like thinking about, the origins of my channel, the origins of, just thinking about this shit, right? Because Digi was definitely an important figure in us deciding what to make, what sort of videos to make, right? It was definitely like, essentially, the reason I started these videos is because Digi went to shit. He lost all his edge. He lost all his punk edge, right? He lost all of the appeal. And so I was like, I could do this better than he can now, right? The student becomes the teacher. Fuck Digi. I'm just gonna make my own After Dark vlogs, but better. And then there's a whole bunch of us now, right? Like you got Plunder, you got Unusual Caterpillar does a bit, Star, of course, who previously wasn't making like the most Digi style content, was making like semi, and then I came along and started making videos, and of course Star just went, oh, these are good videos, I'm just gonna completely change my channel to be like, no thank you now, which I'm not salty about, because Star does their own thing, Star does Star, but like the essence of what I wanted to do never got fully realized. The closest it came would be like the Odyssey, but even that is like, I mean, it's fine, but I sort of stopped. I went in all sorts of weird directions, as you can tell from the fact that I'm reviewing every anime from 2005. I've been all over the place. I've been out all over the place, right? So I want to actually, this recent calls with Plunder and rewatching old Digi shit has just made me like, I want to double down on this. I want to do Insomnia Analysis better than Insomnia Analysis. I want to become the ultimate YouTuber, but not a YouTuber, the ultimate anti-tuber, right? You got anti-tubers, I'm an anti-tuber, do you get it? Do you get the joke? Anti-tuber, I'm a tuber, I'm a little horn-like instrument, a little French horn-type instrument, euphonium type instrument, a tuba, boom, 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 type of situation, little tuba, little anti-tuba. Fuck them tubas. That's me, right? And I want to double down because I've been doing all sorts of shit, and so I'm not stopping the 2005s, but and I'm not even gonna stop the thumbnail game that I've been starting. I've had plans for this series since the beginning. This ain't nothing new. I knew this was gonna happen. I could have fucking told you. I could have told you a week ago that this would inevitably happen. Of course, as with most things, it accelerated beyond my control, right? As with most things. But that's not... I could have told you that would happen as well, right? In fact, everything has gone exactly according to exactly how I knew it would go off plan. I made a plan. I knew that nothing would go according to that plan. And the way I predicted everything not going according to that plan is exactly how it went. So in a real sense, my plan was completely correct. As usual. because I'm the smartest man alive. No, thank you. The only reasonable human being. That's my new thing. The only reasonable human being. That's me. The only reasonable human being. The only reasonable human being. Right? That's me. The only reasonable human being. That's me. No, thank you. Only reasonable human being. No, thank you. So fuck Conrad Collins. Fuck all of them, actually. Definitely fuck. Where's my camera? Definitely fuck Yoshika Miyako Red. We no longer. This is no longer no pussy shit, my friend. As the only reasonable human being, my first act as the only reasonable human being is to beef with Red. This is now beef. Red, come over here. I'll fight you in real life. Digibo, come over here. I'll fight you in real life. Nate, best guy ever, come over here. I'll fight you in real life. If you're too much of a pussy, I'll fight you in Counter-Strike. I'll beat you in a Counter-Strike 1v1. Name any game. I'll race you and beat you in the race. Name anything. I will destroy you. Do you know why? Because I am the only reasonable human being. And one more thing, Red. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you squander, blaspheme the image of Madotsuki? You don't get to call yourself Madotsuki. You don't get to do that. You don't have nothing. You're not Madotsuki. You're not nothing like that. You share no characteristics. What do you have in common? You're not a hickey. You don't have any interesting thoughts. Like, if I went into your dreams, it wouldn't be an interesting game. It would be it would just be stupid. It'd be nothing because you've never had a thought. You don't get to call yourself that just because you enjoy some aesthetic overview. You don't. I'm sorry. Them's the rules. We're beefing now. I don't know if you heard this. You started some beef with me. Raw beef. Rare steak. Blue rare. And I'm coming to collect. Do you know why? Because I'm the only reasonable human being. Digi. How did we go from a drunken winding rant about bathos to Hideaki Anno exposes Gainax? How did we go from there to there? How did that happen? I'll fight you. I will fight you. If I see you in the streets, it's on site. It's on site. It's on site. Who else? The Endless Jess. Jessie Wood, if you will. You done nothing. You think you're sick. You can't even do nothing. Look, my point still stands. I'm up in my fucking game. Right? I said the autism levels are about to expand exponentially. Have they? Or have they not? I can't tell. Really? Did I just, for a second, for a week, be like, this AniTube thing looks easy. I'm just gonna do it. And I just did it and became the best anime YouTuber. And now I'm over it. I'm still reviewing every fucking show from 2005. But I don't play no games no more. If you came here looking for games, you came to the wrong place. I take you down to my slaughterhouse. You know, you really gotta do something special to make your aliens less original than Star Trek aliens. In this show, the aliens are just humans with different colored skin. They look exactly the same. They just some of them have horns. That's it. Star Trek had, like, as we all know, low budgets. This is why they invented the transporters, because they couldn't afford to have the effects of landing a ship on a planet every week. So, you know, they had low budgets, they had low makeup budgets, low time, everything was crunch time, right? So a lot of Star Trek aliens just look like humans with makeup on, because there's really not much else you can do on a TV show budget without CGI. Like, even in the modern day, half the fucking creatures you see on TV just look like humans with makeup on, or slightly different humanoids, because people are unoriginal. But in anime, there's no need for that, because you can animate everything and it takes the same amount of time. Like, obviously, detail and stuff, but I mean, like, any shape of thing could be animated, right? Like, it would take, this is why mecha is a big deal in anime, because scale doesn't affect animation time. You can animate two robots fighting that are the size of galaxies, and it's the same effort it takes to animate two humans fighting. You know, it doesn't make a difference. So the fact that all the aliens just look like humans with different colored skin, unforgivable. Not something that makes, like, can only be a lack of imagination. Just upsetting. Come on, show. Look, there they are, the aliens that are just different colored humans. Like, why? Why does this motherfucker have a bowl cut? Why does this guy look like Dylan Roof? Why does this motherfucker look like Dylan Roof? This old man is currently running into what I like to call the British nationalist problem, right? And that is that he's saying, well, humans invented basketball, and yet we're getting destroyed at it by all the aliens. Shouldn't we be the best basketball team? We're so cool because we're humans. This is exactly the problem that British people run into, because we invented every single fucking sport that exists. And yet, the British, the English, we always get destroyed in every fucking sport. We won the World Cup once. Not that I care about sports, but, like, we suck at cricket. We suck at football. We didn't invent basketball, actually. That was the Yanks. What else did we invent? Tennis. We're not very good at tennis. You know, this is something that I'm very used to. I understand this concept. It grounds me. It grounds upon my national identity. Being bad at things that you invented, part of my national identity. Much like various YouTubers created a style of content and then sucked at it, and other people have done it better since. That was called a segue. It was called joining two subjects. You wouldn't understand, because you're not the only reasonable human to exist. So if you've ever heard of the hero's journey, which I'm assuming you have, if you don't know, it's like an archetypical narrative that many stories, the monomyth kind of situation, and part of the hero's journey is the call to adventure, the refusal of the call, and then something happens to force the main character that they have to go on the adventure. So it's like, for example, Lord of the Rings, right? There's a call to adventure. He's like, actually, The Hobbit is a better example, right? There's a call to adventure, then he's like, no, and then all of the lads show up at his house, and then he's like, okay, fine, you know? Normally, something happens to force them, right? But in this show, you have the call to adventure, which the main character doesn't know is the call to adventure, because someone shows up who's a coach, but he doesn't know he's a coach, or she's a coach, I mean. Then he's like, no, fuzakennayo. Fuck off. I'm not going with you. And then he just randomly changes his mind. Like nothing forces him. He's just like, fuck it. You know? That's a very interesting take. A very interesting take on the hero's journey. You don't understand how happy I am to have found this show. It's definitely bad. Definitely a bad show. But it's actually fucking it has some things to talk about. You know how many shows I've been watching and it's just boring. It just nothing happens. That like it's not bad enough to be entertainingly bad. Like no risks were taken, and I forget it instantly. I forgot that I had seen Oh My Goddess, despite writing like 2,000 words about it. It's that bad. Whereas this, it's like probably worse than Oh My Goddess, right? There was some really dumb shit that happens. Like, okay, for example, in this episode, a guy comes whose name is DT, short for Dorimu Taimu, right? And he's a point guard. It's a show about basketball, if you didn't guess, from the fact that it's called Buzzer Beater. He's a point guard, and he's like, anyone who plays with me will exceed their normal capabilities, like you're in dream time. What does that mean? I don't fucking know. But he's like, I'm so good that everyone who plays with me becomes better. And then he explains this in front of the whole group of people, and he says, yeah, Yume no Jikan, Dorimu Taimu. That's my name, DT. And then the guy's like, so that's why he's called DT, Dream Time. But can he really be that good? Then they have a match, and of course he is that good. And then the main character's like, how is he so good? Yes. And flashback to the scene that we saw 5 minutes ago. They play the entire scene again with a like soft focus effect on it. And then the main character's like, Dorimu time. That must be why. Yeah. No shit. This is before the halfway mark in the episode this all happens. So you saw the first scene like 5 minutes ago, and they have to do a flash. It's all filler. The show is so slow. Nothing happens. It's crazy. Also, it's like all the characters look straight out of JoJo's, except for the main character who looks straight out of One Piece. So it's like these two conflicting art styles. It's baffling. And that's what makes it great, because it's terrible, but in an interesting way, in the sort of way that makes you think, how could anyone approve this? What went wrong in the production for them to make a show like this? One thing, this isn't really necessarily a problem with just this show. This is more of a personal gripe I have. One of the reasons I don't like shonen in general, not the only reason, the minor reason, but one of the things is that you will notice, you probably know this already, that in all animation, not just anime, young boys are often voiced by women, Bart Simpson being the obvious example here. But for me, as someone who is always aware of the meta text, I cannot possibly ignore that. For example, about 20 episodes into Hunter x Hunter, something clicked in my brain, and I could no longer hear any of their voices as men. It was like something clicked, and suddenly it was just like, oh, they're all women's voices coming out of these guys' mouths. And then it just kind of broke my immersion. I still finished Hunter x Hunter, but this show, it's like super obvious, because the physiologies of the main three characters, or the main character and his three friends, I already mentioned this, are so different from the voices that come out of their mouth. It's just constantly distracting whenever they talk. It's great. Yeah, this is a wacky fucking show. This guy has like a mohawk, or like it doesn't make any... It's so beautiful seeing something that's actually bad, not just boring. This is just an incredible experience. So you remember when I said they look like JoJo's characters? Well, this guy comes on screen with his blue mohawk hair and shit, and he does this. Come on, mate. Come on. Stop the JoJo's references. JoJo's bad. One of the reasons Gintama, why am I facing this away from me? One of the reasons Gintama works so well, which, just like everyone else in the universe, I need to watch more Gintama. But just like one of the reasons Gintama works so well is because it takes the shonen protagonist attitude of I'm the best at everything, anyone can challenge me and I'll beat them, and puts them inside of someone who's completely incompetent, which is just a beautiful thing to see. Whereas this show is definitely not smart enough to do that, and so this guy he just thinks he's the best at everything, and then just actually is the best, which just makes him a dickhead. It's like you ever for example playing an online video game. I play a lot of Counter-Strike. This is something that's happened to me. Might have happened to you in another scenario where someone's just being a dickhead. Someone's being super judge, like, what's the word? Looking down on everyone, just being a dick, but is also carrying the team, and so you can't say anything about them because they are genuinely good. You can't. It's just so frustrating when you run into that. And of course, in this example, in the term of Counter-Strike, it makes you want to be a better player because you want to be able to be better than that guy. So next time you run into him or someone like that on the team, you can out-frag him and then show him up as a dickhead that he is, right? But in this show, that's the main character, is the guy that is just always being needlessly rude to everyone, needlessly overconfident in his abilities. There's definitely a word for this, but I've just forgotten what it is. High and mighty kind of sort of situation. But then he's getting proven right. Like, you want it to be... I don't know what you want it to be. I don't know. This is why I don't like shonen. Shonen's just bad. Shonen's just not interesting. It's super modernist. It's super straightforward stories, where I can tell there's no question of what's gonna happen. It's like it exists in a vacuum where it's the same story every fucking time. I don't know. It doesn't make. I didn't mean to turn this into a rant about shonen. I'm sure I'll get to that when I talk about Eureka 7. But this show clearly not the best written thing ever. Very, very poorly directed. Like, for example, occasionally when they're doing a basketball scene, it'll cut to rotoscoped animation, which is incredibly jarring, because it's a completely different style than the rest of the show. Very strange choice. It's very weird. It's just a super weird show. Anyway. But it's still entertaining, because, it's weird. It's weird. It's so you ask yourself, what the fuck were they thinking? Which I've never asked so far in this series. Like you watch Air and you're like, I know exactly why they made this decision and it just doesn't work because they're bad. Whereas this, it's like, why the fuck would they do that? Why would they have the main character say that? Or why would it's baffling. It's great. Why would they have a flashback here? Why would this character say that? The characters don't exist. None of the characters have consistent personalities that are anything more than a basic rundown you would find on a wiki. And it's just awful. But thankfully, it's awful in a way that's somewhat interesting, somewhat unique. It's not like I've seen this show 100 times. It's it's kind of like every shonen ever, but just everything bad about every shonen, but in one, which is nice to see. This is how all of them look to me, except that most of them aren't just 12 episodes. Every shonen, every sports anime looks exactly like this to me, except there are 50,000 episodes of it. Thank fuck this is only 12 or 13, I forget. Let me scroll down. 13 episodes long. Although there's a second season, so there you go. It's also, I believe, based on a web comic, a web manga, which is kind of cool, for 2005. It must have been one of the slightly more early web manga adaptations. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Anime. Right, well, I think the time has come for me to make my announcement. Finish this shit off. You know, buzzer beaters. What we were talking about. Buzzer beaters, right? I was kind of a bit going off me rocker. Going a little bit off me rocker there. You know, talking about, wow, show's amazingly bad. Like, or like, wow, this is so interesting. Problem is, the end of the day, it's just a kind of bad basketball anime. It's just kind of a shit basketball anime. It's just kind of a generically, like, end of the day, mate, what you got yourself there is a shit show. At the end of the day, mate. Like, what you got yourself there is once you get past the, you know, it's a bit of a gimmick. It's a bit like a shock to the system, a system shock 2 kind of situation there, right? That's what you got yourself there, a bit of a system shock kind of situation there. Got yourself kind of a system shock situation there. Got kind of like a system kind of a shock situation there. It's a little bit of a shock to the system, kind of what you got yourself. But, you know, once you're 6 episodes in, system's about to kind of wearing out, you know, the shock kind of wearing out, the shock value's kind of wearing out, you're kind of used to it. It's no longer something special. Only reason it was something special to begin with, because I've been watching so many boring fucking mediocre shows already. Only reason it was ever something special is because of that. What? So what you got there at the end of the day, pretty boring generic fucking show. Just happens to be, you know, bad. It's like explicitly bad. Don't know what the fixing is. Flitting between Cockney and Aussie. Flitting between Cockney and New Zealand. Not sure what's going on there. Cockney, Kiwi, Cockney, South Africa. You got all sorts of shit. I vibrate at 220. I vibrate at 20,000 hertz. Anyway, so yeah, Buzzer Beater giving it a 2. Pretty fucking awful show. Somewhat entertaining though. Like, bad as you've seen. Bad in somewhat entertaining ways. But if you've seen this video, don't really think I have any need to recommend it. Unless you're really, really into basketball anime and you just want to watch every basketball anime, then watch it. But unless you're specifically really into basketball anime, nothing really especially good about this show. Even as someone who's not very into sports or shonen or anything, I can tell this is not a very good show. Although, only 13 episodes, you know, it's not like you're wasting your time watching fucking The Prince of Tennis or something, right? And, you know, just like a shonen hero, you know, and at the beginning of this show, he's like, I'm going to become the best basketball player in the world. Well, my quest has begun. I'm on my way to becoming the number 1 bitch. I'm the number 1 bitch. Move aside, CONRAD. I'm the number 1 bitch. Ho, bitch, ho. Step aside, Red. I'm coming for you. I got shooters, Red. I'm coming for you. Baby boom. Star. I'm coming for you. You're a normie, bitch. You don't even know why you do things. You motherfucking bitch. You, Mr. Daggers IRL. I'm coming for you. Take that fucking shit off your face. If you want to face me, bitches won't face me because I'm the number 1 bitch. I'm the only good YouTuber. The only human being. The only reasonable human being. The only human being. I'm the only human being. I'm the number 1 bitch. Come face me if you want to. You can't. You can't match me. You can't match me, bitch. I'm going to pull up in a Wraith. Squirt. I'll pull up in a Wraith. Squirt. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up in a Wraith. Squirt. Pull up in a Wraith. You can't match me, bitch. You can't match me. See this? You see how fast it's going? That's 20,000. That's 20,000 hertz, bitch. 20,000 hertz, bitch. You can't match that. I got shooters at 20,000 hertz, bitch. I got shooters at 20,000 feet up there in the sky, bitch. I got shooters at 20,000 feet. I got shooters at 20,000 hertz, bitch. I got Ryoji Ikeda on my side. Who you got? You got motherfucking that green haired bitch from Code Geass on your side. You got no one. Yo, ATR ho. I see this? That's my shooters, bitch. I'm gonna pull up on you. Bitch. I'm gonna pull up in the Wraith. Squid. I'm pulling up in the script. Yo, bitches can't even handle me, bitch. Motherfuckers gonna die. If I ever see you, best guy ever Nate in the street, I'm gonna pull up on you. If I ever see you Ben Saint in the street, I'm gonna pull up on you. If I ever see you hypocrite in the street, I'm gonna be alright, cause you kinda cool. If I pull up in the street and I see motherfucking Digibro, it's on site, it's on site, it's on site, it's on site. You dead, ho. If I ever see you in the street, motherfucking Tommy Oliver, bitch, you just acady. You don't even have enough presence for me to care about you, ho. I'll pull up on you anyway, though, motherfucker. If I ever see you in the street, Yoshi CONRAD, I'll pull up on you, for real, for real. Ever see you in the street, Star, I'm gonna pull up on you in the astral realm. Ever see you on the street, Plunderphonics, I'ma just, we're gonna have an instant, you know them motherfucking cheesy motherfucking guitar battles? You know that? It's gonna be that with psychic power. We're gonna have psychic power battles. And it's gonna sound like a concert. It's gonna sound like a noise, like a Merzbow. Boris. That's what it can sound like to our onlookers, but only we know. So if you see you in the street, bitch, I'm gonna pull up. Ever see you in the street, Trident God, we're beefing. Trident God, I see you. I got shooters out here in the comments, bitch. You think you can follow me, bitch? Trident God, I'm gonna pull up on you, bitch. I got shooters, bitch. I got 20,000 hosts, I got 20,000 feet, bitch. I got fall gang. Bitch, don't even know what the fuck with the fall gang. Bitch, you follow me, bitch. Come follow me. Come follow me. Best guy ever. Come follow me. No one can follow me. I got shooters at 20,000 feet. I got shooters at 20,000 hertz, ho. I got real educated in my side, ho. I'm the number one bitch, ho. Pull up on me, bitch. I got shooters in the streets. I got shooters in the sheets, bitch. I got shooters in my academy. I got anime shooters, bitch. I got anime bitches that'll pull up on you, bitch. I'll pull up in the race squat. You know what I'm saying? I got Scraver's house, bitch. I got everyone, bitch. I'm the most base motherfucker since no one. Bitch, I'm the most base motherfucker since Ozymandias, King of Kings, bitch. I'm gonna pull up on you, bitch. You wanna come on with me, bitch? Come pull up on me, bitch. See if you don't fucking bitch. I'm the number one bitch.